Good morning. I am web blazing this morning. I left a little after 5:30 and I woke up at about 4:15. I had gotten into camp midday. Can't remember, it was either 12:30 or 1 or thereabouts. And I stayed in my tent the rest of the evening and had my supper later, and I just read. I finished Blessed Are the Misfits, and when I go into town today, I am looking forward to downloading Unoffendable, because I really need to learn how to be unoffended. And thank you again to whoever it was that recommended this guy. I'd never heard of him, but I really enjoyed reading that book, and I'm looking forward to more. I think the Lord is trying to tell me something, because last night I found a tent site away from the shelter. However, there was a picnic table kind of close, but it was really far from the shelter. And then along about 8 or 9, here come the people. And they all sat up and were laughing and talking, young people. Boy, I tell you what, some of these young people, when I try to talk to them, they stare at me like I have 3 heads. Like, how dare you try to talk to me? Because you're old and we're young. We don't want to listen to anything you have to say. But I try to treat them as I would anyone else. That's the way I talk to them, as if we are on a team, because we are on a team out here. We're all rooting for one another. And whenever I have been injured, other people have been concerned, as I have for others when they have gotten injured. You don't want to see anybody go off the trail. You know what it's like. So it's like we're a team out here. And so I've tried to talk to the young people. Some of them are open and nice, but others of them look at me like I have 3 heads. And maybe I do. So anyway, thankfully when the sun went down, they got quiet, and the sun is going down very late. And I didn't scream last night. If I had bad dreams, I don't remember it. My watch said that my sleep was calm, so that is good. And I'm grateful. And I did pray about it before I went to sleep. So I left here a little after 5:30. And check-in is not until 3. However, in AWOL's guide, they say that they offer hikers a shower and laundry for $15. And if I have to pay to get a shower and laundry early, I'm going to do it. Because I am arriving on a Saturday, this will be one of the more expensive stays. But man, do I need it. And boy, do I wish I could take a 0. If it was a hostel, I'd probably take a 0. I'm sore from my fall yesterday. The rock that hit my chest, my upper chest, when I press on it, it's difficult to find where it is. And I have no problem using my trekking poles. I don't feel pain when I'm walking. If I breathe deeply, I feel pain. And when I lie down, that's when I really feel it. So that's really weird. I think it's just a bad bruise in my thigh. I think that's going to be a pretty bad bruise when it's all said and done. That one definitely does hurt. It's not hurting when I'm walking, but if I accidentally hit my trekking poles on it, ooh, it hurts. But I'm really praising God that none of these falls have been hike ending. I am thinking of Omi, who cut her through hike short last year, and then she went for a section hike. She fell and busted her head open. She had stitches that were about this long, at least, to my recollection. It was terrible. And I've seen other falls in the past that are just terrible, so I'm so grateful that all I feel is a little bit of pain. No, and have bruises, no broken bones, no stitches. And I'm feeling grateful for that this morning. There is a Walmart on the way to the hotel, and I think I'm going to stop by there and see if I can find some heat, H-E-E-T, the yellow one, which is denatured alcohol, which I can use in my stove. And if I can't, I had Bud send my little pocket rocket stove. It's heavier than I remembered, just in case I need to buy a canister. So there are also a couple of other things. They also have a Subway in there, and I've been craving a sandwich, so I might get one of those. And it's not pleasant, web blazing. There is, I'm already sweating. It's 6:30 and I'm sweating. It was so still this morning. We have a chance of thunderstorms today and tomorrow. And if it does rain, that should cool things off until the sun comes back out. Then it'll be a sauna. But that is the weather report, and sometimes weather reports don't pan out. So I guess that's it for the morning report. This is Rebound. Oh, one other thing. I've pretty much decided that I am not going to do videos on my 0 days. And if I do, I'm going to combine it with the day before or the day after. That will lighten my load a little bit and make things a little less stressful, having to upload another video right before I leave. So I guess that's it for now. This is Rebound, signing out. Hello. It has been so hot. It was so hot walking in to this hotel. When I got to the highway, I had to walk on the shoulder of a busy highway, and it was very scary. I walked into Hamburg, and there has been a little bit of a to-do with the room here. They let me do my laundry, and they let me check in at 1 rather than 3, but there has been there was a horrendous noise, and the whole room was shaking. So I went to talk to the girl at the desk, and I lost it. It turns out that it was the laundry, and they're fully booked. They couldn't move me to another room. They charged me something like $35 on my card for contingencies should there be damage, and that it would be returned to me within 10 days. It would be credited to my account again. Well, that didn't sit well with me. She tried to tell me that every hotel did this. I have not known of another hotel that I've stayed at that has done this. So there was some writing on the wall, and I told her I wanted her to come look at it. So she came and looked at it and took pictures of it, and she says, yeah, they're renovating this room. I said, but you're charging me full price for this room, even though it's being renovated? I went full Karen on her and asked to speak to the manager. Well, the manager is not going to be in until Monday, and I asked if she could have the manager call me. The manager hasn't called me. And there was another guy there. I went back and I apologized to the girl for yelling at her, and she seemed to appreciate it. And there was another guy at the desk, and she said, how is it now? Is it better? I said, yeah, it's better now. I went back to my room. Immediately it started up again. So I went back and I said, by the way, it's loud in there again. And she said, well, they should be finished with laundry by 3 or 4. And the other guy, don't know who he was, behind the counter, came and listened, and when he came in here, it had stopped. And he looked at the room and he says, yeah, this is not a room that we normally rent out. The kitchen is not even built out, and I can tell you the wallpaper is peeling in places. I'm going to take some video of it. Anyway, so I really, really wanted to stay tomorrow. And I went to yet another guy working at the desk saying, if you can move me to another room, I'd like to stay another night. It's supposed to thunderstorm tonight. The heat is horrendous. I don't even know how to describe it. But I get into my tent, and then I'm just sweating and sweating and sweating for hours until the sun goes down. And I've been trying to get into camp early so I didn't have to be out hiking in it. So he says, oh yes, we should have rooms tomorrow. And he said, but you'll need to talk to them at the desk tomorrow. And I think he thought that I was going to go somewhere else and come back today. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm really upset over it all, and I don't want to be stuck in this room again and pay full price for this room. If I wasn't paying so much for this room, then maybe I wouldn't be quite so upset, because it seems to be common practice that they put hikers in rooms that have stains in the carpet or rips in the bedspread, or, you know, rooms that they wouldn't normally rent out for the full price, but you get a hiker discount for it. So I don't know what else to say about that. I'm sitting here wondering, am I high maintenance? Should I just let all this go? Should I put up with the sounds, which I have not heard since earlier today, Or should I just leave tomorrow? But tomorrow is supposed to be sweltering, and there's supposed to be a chance of thunderstorms in the evening, so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, I kind of knew that because I was looking forward to this day so much that something was going to go wrong. And I should be handling it better, but I'm not handling it good right now. I haven't handled a lot of things well. And it's just a lot to have thrown at you at once with all of the things we're dealing with out here, that it's twice as hard to handle things in the right way. And I can tell you that my tree is being shaken right now, and there's a lot of rotten fruit coming out. So I'm human, and I've never said that I am numero uno Christian extraordinaire, but really I'm failing. I've often heard that before you marry somebody, you should go camping with them because that's when you'll see them at their worst. So basically, this is like camping for 6 months, and it's just hard. There's no way I can convey to you all how hard this is. If I was sitting in a climate-controlled house in an easy chair, being able to eat anything that I wanted, then maybe I could handle things a little bit better. But it's too much. It's too much. But I'm not proud of the fact that I am not handling these things well. But I did order Unoffendable today, and so I can start reading that, and maybe that will help. So I guess that's all for now. This is Rebound, signing out.